Kill Bill.
There are moments in film history when something you thought you already knew suddenly feels brand new again. And when I watched the first official trailer for Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill: The Whole Bloody Affair, that's exactly what hit me. It felt like a door that's been shut for 20 years finally cracked open, and inside was a version of this story I didn't even realize I'd been waiting for. And trust me, if you're watching this right now, you've been waiting for it too, whether you know it or not. Before we dive in, let me say this: every time Tarantino touches a frame of film, there's a reason. Nothing is accidental. Nothing is wasted. And as we start breaking this down together, keep your eyes open, because the trailer is packed with tiny visual clues that reward people who actually pay attention. By the way, while you're here, drop a quick like so the algorithm knows you're one of those people. Kill Bill has always been one of Tarantino's most iconic worlds: samurai cinema, exploitation films, spaghetti westerns, and pure revenge fantasy blended into something only he could assemble. But what most people still don't know is that Kill Bill was never supposed to be a two-part film. Not originally. Tarantino wrote and shot it as one massive, bloody, emotional epic. A single 4-hour vengeance odyssey. The separation into Volume 1 and Volume 2. That wasn't his idea. That was Harvey Weinstein. And here's the wild part: the whole bloody affair wasn't just a myth. Tarantino actually finished this cut 15 years ago, but it only screened a handful of times at places like the New Beverly and the Vista. Basically, unless you lived in Los Angeles and were willing to line up for hours, you never had a shot to experience the film the way Tarantino intended it, as one gigantic narrative, uninterrupted, unfiltered, and judging from the trailer expanded. Now, with Lionsgate releasing this new trailer, Tarantino is finally unleashing the whole bloody affair nationwide on December 5th. And if you caught that subtle flash of new footage at the 30-second mark, you probably noticed something unexpected: unseen scenes. Shots that weren't in Volume 1. Shots that weren't in Volume 2. Shots that fans have theorized about since 2004 but have never until now actually been confirmed on screen. As the trailer plays, the vibe is different. You can feel Tarantino reclaiming his own film. The pacing is sharper. The tone shifts more fluidly. The brutality feels more mythic. Because when you remove the forced break in the middle, the emotional weight of Beatrix Kiddo's journey hits in a very different way. It stops being a revenge checklist and becomes a saga of fallen warrior clawing her way back through a world that tried to erase her. And let's be honest, Uma Thurman's performance as the bride deserves to live in that format. For years, fans have begged for more, including a third film focusing on Nikki coming for Beatrix. And sure, the idea is legendary, the potential is insane, but Tarantino has basically shut that door. He's made it clear he isn't doing Kill Bill Vol. 3, which makes this release feel even more like the definitive, final word on the story. But there's a bittersweet layer too. The release comes only months after the passing of Michael Madsen, who played Bud, one of the most quietly heartbreaking characters in the whole story. Watching this cut now means watching him in what is essentially a final tribute, preserved in the version of the film Tarantino always wanted the world to see. There's weight to that, real weight. What fascinates me most is how long Tarantino waited to let this happen. And the answer might be simpler than it seems. For years, Miramax controlled the rights. Then came the Weinstein scandals, the collapse of the company, and the long legal grinding that followed. Tarantino reportedly refused to release the whole bloody affair until the rights were fully his. And now, they finally are. We're watching a filmmaker reclaim his work. This release is also arriving at a crucial moment in Tarantino's career. He's been very open about wanting to make only 10 films. Everyone believed that 10th movie would be The Movie Critic, set in the 1970s Hollywood landscape he loves, but in PRE production, he just lost interest completely. Which leaves fans wondering, what is the 10th movie now? Does the timing of this Kill Bill release hint at something? Maybe, maybe not. What I do know is this: the whole bloody affair is a reminder of what Tarantino is capable of when he's operating at full creative power with no restraints and no studio interference. Kill Bill is already iconic, but experiencing it the way he originally crafted it, complete, uninterrupted, and extended, is going to hit audiences like discovering a director's cut of their own childhood memory. And honestly, that's why I can't wait. This isn't nostalgia, this is a resurrection, the rebirth of a film that was always meant to feel operatic, mythic, and overwhelming in the best way. And on December 5th, we finally get it. Before I close this out, tell me in the comments, are you going opening night? And do you think releasing the whole bloody affair signals that Tarantino's final film is closer than we think? I genuinely want to know what you all are feeling on this one. Thanks for hanging out with me here on Screen Radar. Stay sharp, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next deep dive.